In this video, Honda pissed off over Michelin's controversial tire allocation change. Jack Miller and Fabio Quartararo engage in a battle of words after unnecessary contact. And Marquez walks away from the hardest crash he has ever had. My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. Days before the Indonesian GP, Michelin decided to dig up the tire casing last used in Thailand 2019 and throw it in the allocation. As per Michelin, at the pre-season test, they saw the temperature of the rear tire getting too high as a result of high grip, very high track temperatures and the fast layout of the track. Now while the problem seems very genuine, Honda and Espargaro in particular are very angry about the solution which Michelin decided to throw at this problem. After being fastest at the test in February, then starting the season with a podium, the Repsol Honda rider was furious that the hard work which HRC had done was all going to waste because of this 4-year-old tire casing. Pole started by saying, "All winter, even last year, Honda were taking a lot of info of the tires. We were working a lot to recognize the problems of the bike. HRC brought a new bike to Jerez and to Malaysia that fits with the current tires. Then there was some problem during the test and to improve the problem, Michelin brought 4-year-old tires. What we are facing now is that we have the best bike with the correct tires, but this bike is not made for 4-year-old tires." While Piero Taramasso explained in detail the problems they saw during the pre-season, Pole Espargaro is convinced that Michelin took the wrong approach to address the situation. Pole continued, "I am not a Michelin man. I am not a guy that tells them what they need to do. But if they are always trying to be better, they cannot bring a 4-year-old tire. It is something that doesn't match with the current situation. We all have problems. Honda had problems. We improved the situation by bringing a completely new bike, not by using a bike from 4 years ago. The problem needed to be solved in a different way." Where do you stand on Michelin's one-off tire allocation? Do you think it was genuinely the only option to use a 4-year-old casing? Or do you feel that they just implemented the first solution that came to their mind and called it a day? Let's chat in the comments below. At the rain-hit Indonesian GP, starting from P9, Jack Miller was leading the pack at the end of lap 2. In the process, he overtook 6 riders on lap 1 and found his way past Fabio Quartararo and Miguel Oliveira on lap 2. Although Oliveira would get past Miller on lap 4 and Fabio would eventually find his way past Miller on lap 16, Jack Miller is angry with Fabio Quartararo over something that happened between them on lap 2. Jack Miller said, "It was not a fight at that time. I just passed him and he continued to ride his motorcycle into the side of my leg, quite clearly like he did with Johan Zarco. Once somebody passes you, I don't think it is necessary to immediately accelerate towards their front tire. I will have a word with him about this, because it wasn't the first time, and as we saw with Johan as well. You can pass, that is okay, but that doesn't mean you open the gas and aim at my front tire and make me feel like I'm gonna crash. I don't think that's fair. He rode into the side of my leathers. I clearly had a better pace at that point of time. I came from 9th on the grid and he was on pole, and I was faster than him. So it was just unnecessary risk at the time to bump me in the leg, that is all." When asked to respond to Miller's comments, the reigning world champion said that he did nothing wrong. Fabio straight away said, "I don't care. I don't care because he is the one in the paddock in the past who has made some aggressive moves, and I think my move was not totally aggressive. I just didn't really expect to touch, and my touch was not something big. It was a really small touch. I don't know if he watched it on TV, but before talking, he better watch it because I didn't do anything wrong. He was talking to me on the bike, but I couldn't hear nothing. But I saw he was not happy. But I didn't make any strange moves, like I didn't attack him or anything." And at the warm-up session at Mandalika, Marquez perhaps got more warmed up than he was hoping for. Suffering a massive high side at 200 km per hour, the 8-time world champion was visibly slow to his feet. Although the crash was too violent, luckily he escaped with a bandaged arm and a concussed head. Speaking about what he said was the biggest crash of his career, Marc said, "What can I say? It hasn't been our weekend. We have struggled and struggled from the beginning. It was a big crash, perhaps one of the biggest I've ever had. I went to the local hospital and although there were no serious problems, it was decided that I should not run. It is of course a shame, but the best action." Assuring his fans that he is indeed feeling fine, Marc concluded, "I'm fine, a little confused, but fine." If you made it till here and still are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Here are 2 more videos which you might enjoy. My name is Sankalp and I'll be back with another video very soon.